if you just want to talk about anything, just want to banter with what is going on in our world of sport, we are here for you, particularly with women's football. We've been talking about women's football for some time now. We said that what's going on with the Nigeria Football Federation, that they need to appoint a coach for the Four Corners, because remember, they have a qualifying game coming up. Well, the Nigeria Football Federation, they have appointed Christopher Danjuma as head coach of the national under-20 women's national team known as the Four Corners. Danjuma will be assisted by Wemimo Matthew, which is the first assistant coach, Mansour Abdullahi, second assistant coach, and Abdul Latif Yusuf, who is the goalkeeper trainer. Christopher Danjuma at the the Nigeria Women's Premier League Super 4 draw ceremony in Lagos. I don't know about that. Just when he was writing that, he didn't know that aside Nasarawa Amazons, he will be leading the national under-20 team. So congratulations to all of those that have been appointed. I would just want to wish them all the best. I told you that we will not stop talking about women's football at the moment. So let's keep the conversation going on the show tonight. At the Super 4 draw, it was good. People turned up. And we had ex-internationals there. Precious Dede, she was there. We have those that are still active. Onoma Ebi was there. Rashida Tajibade, captain of FC Robo Queens, and she also plays for the Four Corners. Good enough to even play for the Super Falcons. Coaches were there. Media persons were there. You know why? Because we will always associate what is going on well. So let's listen to Onoma Ebi. What does she have to say about this league and all of the progress that we're witnessing? We'll listen to her and I'll come back, talk some more. Don't go anywhere. Stay.
I will always say I'm so impressed with what I'm seeing right now. Like, it's so massive, and nobody will believe something like this will come to female football in Nigeria. Nobody will want to miss what's going to happen that time, because best 4 teams in Nigeria, Bayelsa, Rivers Angels, Delta, Nasarawa, they are the best team. Even the coaches are best coaches in Nigeria, I will tell you. So nobody should miss that, because it's going to be awesome.
I wish we would have qualified for the Super 4, but it's how God wants it anyway. I hope we'll work towards it to make sure we qualify someday. Seriously, women football has really grown immensely. There's vast improvement in female football compared to last 2 seasons. There was no support, there wasn't media support, there wasn't fan support, there wasn't, sponsors. Like the way they've come in to support female football, even if not financially to an extent. At least there's referee support and paying for the referees from the Nigerian Women Football Board. So they're really trying for us seriously. Because if they can just start this within 1 season and it has grown to this extent, I wonder under 2-3 years how it is going to be. But I just pray God, as He has given them the wisdom to have this kind of idea, to bring up this idea to grow female football. I pray God continue to strengthen them and provide for them and help them in all areas.
So Rashida Ajibade, I have to go spiritual for women's football, praying for the administrators and everyone concerned with the growth of the game. We're getting ready for the Super 4. That's because we're done with the regular season. But at the Super 4, we'll get to know who will become champion. Now, with all of these talks we've been talking about women's football, who are those responsible? Now, let's get a clearer picture of those persons that have been doing this good job, particularly with you that has also supported. Let's welcome on the show tonight the chairperson of the Nigerian Women's Premier League. We had to bring her out to say, well done, what you're doing. Aisha Falade is in the studio. Good to have you around.
Thank you very much, Austin. It's good to be here on Channels Television, especially Sports Tonight. I mean, you have done really great for the growth of the women's game. I sit back and I just see, women's football, all the excitement, all the coaching, the players, the play, behind the scenes. It's all here on Sports Tonight and your Sports this morning on Channels Television. So I really must thank you and the Channels Television management.
We thank you too. We appreciate the love. Aisha, 14 weeks of football, no walkovers, no complaints. We didn't get to say, we don't know when it's going to come back again. How important is it for us to sustain this momentum?
Very, very important. Very important for the girls. Very important for the clubs. Very important even for the fans, the fan base that we are building now. Very important for the media to have something to talk about. It was not easy. I mean, compliance in any given situation, especially when you are trying to bring back get people to do the right things. Once the clubs knew that everything that we were saying, the strategy, the innovation, the rules and regulations that we were enforcing were for the good of the clubs. They were quick to fall in line, and they were quick to cooperate, and they were quick to show dedication and commitment, which was why for 14 weeks we didn't have any walkovers. Teething problems here and there, but those problems were really negligible. Negligible in the sense that it was new to them that you must have security at the stadium when you want to play. And they said, what will happen in women's football? But at least towards the end of the league, of the season, we saw what could happen in women's football, especially with the exposure and the attention and the passion that people were beginning to develop for the game. We also said you cannot play if you don't register your club. Because if you don't have money to register, how are you going to have the money to take care of the players? To show your financial commitment and responsibilities to the players? And we also said, look, if you miss any of your games, the consequences and the sanctions are going to be heavy. And the clubs understood that. And once we had a few incidents in the games, we dealt with them promptly, and everybody was happy. In the end, we knew that we were doing brand building with the Nigeria Women Football League, and I think that now is to begin to look for a brighter next season, where everything will then come together to begin to show, the impact that we wanted this whole thing to have on the women's game, and especially for the girls. That's right.
And Aisha, with the success that we recorded in that 14 weeks of football, was it so difficult marketing the Super 4?
Yeah, it's difficult. No doubt. The Nigerian women football, generally is. The field is not level for us in terms of value, in terms of cost and pricing, even in terms of visibility and exposure. We have to, for instance, at the beginning of the season, we said we won't play our matches on Saturday or at the weekend. A lot of people didn't understand why. They said, who will come to the stadium, midweek? Midweek, because we needed to find our own space.
That's right.
Because we needed to, own, not only find it, own it. And you saw what happened. Before you knew it, people started trooping to the stadium, even for midweek games. And then the LMC, the Premier League, also now started encroaching, playing their own, some of their rescheduled games, on our weekdays. So we are really very pleased. Yeah. And we have a board who also have been technocrats, who have been stakeholders in this in the women's game for a long time. So when we are talking about what we want to do, about the plans, about the strategy, it is easy for everybody to be on the same page and really support everything that we did.
That's right. Why is the Super 4 going to Benin City?
The Super 4 is going to Benin City because really Benin City has a rich football tradition. They have people that love football so much. The state governor is looking for how to really bring back the days where you had the NNB, when the Ogbemudia Stadium, Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium was really the peak of sporting action. We want to see if the Edo state government can really use this women's football. Beyond playing the game, we want to teach the Edo young women that there's more to the game than what we have on the field of play. You can use football to empower the young girls. There's football and education. By the way, we shall be taking the having talks with some of the schoolgirls in Benin City when we go there. There's going to be a lot of activities around this women's football, tied to the women, tied to the empowerment of our young girls, tied to education, tied to entrepreneurship, tied to even the girls having self-confidence and being able to express themselves, not only on the field of play, but even in a gathering. So it's a whole lot of things that is going to be happening in Benin City. And we must thank the Edo State Governor, His Excellency Godwin Obaseki, for just accepting, even at a very short notice, to say that Edo would do it. And so Benin City here will come. We are going to storm Benin with the women.
Okay, so the girls are coming to town. Benin, get ready. Let's just remind you once again the teams that will be competing at the Super 4. Nasarawa Amazons. The coach, Christopher Danjuma, is now been appointed the coach of the Four Corners, the national under 20 women's team. There's Rivers Angels, defending champions. Coach Edwin Okon says, look, champions will remain champions. And I have to remind him, it's getting competitive. You didn't top your group. So let's see, Rivers Angels also in the mix. And there's Delta Queens and Bielsa Queens. Those are the 4 teams that will be playing at the Super 4. That's it right there, confirmation. So, as Aisha said, Benin City, get ready. The girls are coming to town, so clean up. You know, the girls will come to a dirty place. So, get ready for them. It's September the 11th till the 16th. And Aisha, that's where I want you to talk. We announced this date yesterday at the draw ceremony, but I'm saying for the under 20.
Yeah, the date was announced at the draw yesterday. The NFF just confirmed today that they are going to be, the Falconets are going to be having a World Cup qualifying game, home and away, with Tanzania.
That's right.
Between the 14th and the 15th. No, the
15th and the 17th.
And the 17th. So we are now going to have to see how we can reschedule, you know, this date. But the point is that the Super 4 will hold in September.
That's right.
You remember, I said at the draw yesterday that we had to look at all the dates because all our programs are also tied to the programs of the Nigeria Football Federation. First, we consider the first week in September, and you know we have this big game, the Super Eagles.
You can't go near that one.
We can't go near that one.
Yeah.
So, and it's almost, you know, home and away, almost back to back.
Yeah.
One happens on the 2nd, the other one on the 4th.
Yeah.
And so we chose the next week after the Super Eagles, those 2 dates. And then here we are being told that there's a qualifying game for the Falconets between the 15th and the 17th. So it would happen, you know, almost immediately after that. The new date will be communicated, but the point is that we are still going to Benin. And Benin it is for the Super 4.
That's right, and Benin should get ready because the girls are coming to town. So that's it. We're taking a look at the Nigerian Women's Premier League. We are set for the Super 4. Benin City will be hosting 14 weeks of football, no walkover. That's the first time hearing about it in Nigeria. We'll go on a quick break now. When we come back, more on women's football in the country. Don't go anywhere. Stay.